This morning we're going to talk about one of the cool new combos that you're going to see at Sportsman's Warehouse. We have paired an Expedition 430 crossbow with a Sig Sauer BDX scope. And you're like, well, why is that super cool? Why is that important? Because this, quite frankly, changes the way that people are going to shoot their crossbows. We're going to pair this scope with this rangefinder, and it's going to sync to this crossbow. And what that does for you, it means that you're going to click your rangefinder, and any range at any time, it will be the exact bullseye of what appears in this scope. So you're just going to take the safety off, pick your target, take a shot, bullseye every time. So the first step that we have here is to get all three of these items talking to each other. And to do that, we need to make sure that the app is reading these two items and then puts them together. So I'm going to say, check bonding. So it reaches out, it looks at both of them, it's identified both of them, but they're not bonded yet. They're not talking to each other. So I simply say bond devices. Now they're talking to each other. At that point, I'm going to go into custom profiles. This is for my crossbow setup. I take the speed of the arrow. I've already run this setup through a chronograph. This bolt with that tip is shooting 415 feet per second. I use the total weight of the bolt plus the either field point or broadhead. That is coming in at 428 grains. My zero range, what I'm going to sight in at, is 20 yards, and the sight height for the scope is 2.75 inches. At that point, I'm done with this. These have talked to each other. My phone has married these two together, and they have all the information they need. I'm done with this part of it. And now, regardless if I'm in cell service or Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter anymore. These two will talk to each other in the Arctic Circle. Step one in this process is I have to zero the crossbow out. So I'm going to take all my shots at 20 yards. Once I've established a 20-yard zero with this scope, then I can use the rangefinder to take advantage of my longer shots. So this is where the system really starts to get fun. So no longer do you have to have three lines and you know that it's at 35 yards or 36 yards and you're trying to gauge whether you should shoot high or low to the 40-yard line or the 30-yard line. All of that mess is now gone. All you have to do is take your rangefinder and click whatever that range is. If it's 32, if it's 47, whatever that exact range is, that's the dead center of the bullseye calculated by this scope. So right now, I think I'm in an odd range. I think I'm at 41 yards. I'll range it. It's actually 41.5, and this should shoot dead center to that bullseye.